The toughest part of one's experience when they have a family member with a mental illness is that feeling of being alone, feeling of being left behind, that nobody will understand, not even blood relatives understanding what you're going through.
Everyone's different. You know, you may not be able to tell, but some people, you know, seem like they're the most confident, but really they have the most problems, and other way around, and you just can't judge anyone, and you know it's just a big sea out there.
I'm on the Youth Leadership Council, which is a group of young adults, sort of advisors, I would say, that help to plan Youth Fest events and interact and represent young adults within other NAMI Northern Virginia initiatives.
I've been a presenter and I've led some group discussions, and you know, I find that those roles are, you know, they help me you know, think about my own you know, sort out my own thoughts and think about my own issues that I deal with.
I think young adults, when they first are diagnosed with mental illness, which is usually right around the time when they're becoming adults and they have to be more functional, they suffer from anosognosia, which is a lack of insight into their mental illness. It's hard for them to understand that they need treatment. And Youth Fest is a way to get them to NAMI, but it's not a support group. And it's more of a fun kind of atmosphere, so it's sort of putting their toe in the water so that, you know, they can meet people with mental illness and hear their stories and realize that it's not a death sentence. And Youth Fest is just a way to facilitate that in a safe environment that's fun and friendly.
Youth Fest, WinterFest to me is a gathering of people of all ages. I mean, it can be children as young as 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, into teenage years, and even into young adult years. And not only youth and young adults, but also family members of those individuals, parents, caregivers, friends, support systems. And I think it's all these people coming together and opening up the conversation about mental illness, but also engaging in fun activities. I mean, it's not meant to be necessarily super heavy or super serious. We want to make sure we touch on, you know, mental health and what it looks like and what we can do to combat stigma, but it's also a fun way just to get together and show support for one another.
This is the first time that we came. We just wanted to hear. I know that we are in the right place and learning exactly all the programs they are, but first I think we need to recognize that we need the help. And as a family, it's the first time that we are all here because I have a son that needs help that I don't know how to help.
Well, for me personally, it's just mainly I use it as a way to meet people who are in the same boat as I am. I know I can get out there and talk to people if I want, and they won't pass judgment on me. And you know, I think we should have more of these events personally.
The Youth Fest events mean to me a place where people can come together in a welcoming, warm, open, hospitable environment. They can talk about their personal journeys with mental health. They can talk about their recovery. They can talk about what it's like in their daily lives on a day-to-day basis.
For me, it's been a great way to share. You know, it helps me get out of my comfort zone, and you know, it's been a great place to actually think about things, you know, on a deeper level than I normally do in my everyday life. So, yeah.
Mental health is health. It's part of every single person. It's just as physical health, you know, spiritual health, emotional and mental well-being, behavioral health, all of these things are within every individual. Just sometimes some people's mental health has a label or has a diagnosis or is treated.
I discovered NAMI when I was first in recovery, and I started off with a peer-to-peer course. And you know, I got so much information just from that peer-to-peer course, and you know, it was you know, it was absolutely great. And ever since I started within our own voice, you know, it really gave me a chance to sort of come out and sort of deal with what I'm going through head on. So it's been great.
I sort of had many years where I didn't know I was ill, and I was in and out of hospitals, and got in trouble with the law, but eventually I realized that I had the illness. I had to take my medicine. I found a cocktail medicine that worked, and now I'm doing much better. I'm going to school, I'm looking for work, and I've published a book about my experience, and I'm just doing really well. And I like going to NAMI so that people know that you can come out on the other side of this and recover.
I think that the way we look at mental health should definitely evolve and change. We're in this process of reinvention. Before, mental health was affiliated and connected with words like problem and challenge, and I'd like to eventually see that change to opportunity.
I went to a couple meetings, and I really feel like there is a hope, way to go. And even if it wasn't in my language, I felt like I was in the right spot, and they just told me where to go, what kind of help I need to find, and there are many, many other people that are going through the same situation.
One message about mental health that I'd like to share. I think what I'd like to share is that I fully believe that if you are living with a mental health condition, you can lead a positive, fulfilling, productive, wonderful life, just like anybody else can, whether or not they have a mental health condition.
My family member who suffers with mental illness gives me the opportunity to become more educated, to become more patient, to become more loving, to become wiser. And those are all positive. So to me, change your outlook of mental illness to something that is more positive. This is an opportunity for all of us to become better individuals, people, and family members. No challenges, no problems. We are living with a beautiful opportunity to become better people.
Hello, I welcome you. Thank you, thank you. 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 you.